This is Jessie, JJ4, and been asleep, and I woke up fully today because my brother sent a video, and it is absolutely amazing. It's by NF, and one of his songs is one of my favorite songs just because my son loves it so much. It's called Mistake. But this song is like out of this world. It speaks to my soul. It shows exactly what's going on the inside. If I start talking about it impromptu, like we tend to do our videos, I'm going to break down because I've watched his video twice now, and both times I had ugly cries really bad. So I'm going to read something that I wrote, and hopefully that'll be good. So this is Jessie writing about NF's new song and video, Fear. This song speaks to my soul, Jude's soul also, and Bree's and Harper's. We might have the same soul, just in separate pieces right now, but this song speaks to all of us. It shows what my inner world looks like right now. But soon, it's gonna be so beautiful. I sent this message to my oldest son, because he does love NF, and the song Mistake spoke to him, and then this song really speaks to me. So I told my son, I think God wants us to explore our darkness, our inner worlds, our inner selves, every corner. Stop locking inner doors. Stop sweeping all of our crazy under rugs to fit into what society says is normal. Instead, embrace the darkness, love it, soften it, put out all the fires, untether the ropes, remove the bags over our heads, wash off the hate. And then I told him that there's a great documentary on Netflix. Now, I did wake up during the documentary, but then I kind of went off again. I don't know, I just get so sad. But anyway, I told him there's a great documentary on Netflix about veterans who are doing this, embracing the darkness with psychedelic therapy down in Mexico. You should really watch it. It's called Of Waves and War. I love you so much, my sweet boy. I'm sorry. And he messaged me back and told me that I have nothing to be sorry for. But I do. And then Harper just started singing because, if you keep thinking about regrets all the time, you'll just be sad all the time. And then I told my friends, so I was writing to my friends. I've got these two friends that I've been friends with since I was 10. They're two guys. I told them, my brother shared this video with me. He gets it. I've watched NF's new video only twice, but had an ugly cry both times. My mama held me on the second one. She's worried. She thinks I'm losing it. She doesn't get it that healing is messy. And she doesn't get the video, I don't think. She just thinks that I'm sad. But I'm much less sad than I was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I'm so much better than I was then. She doesn't see it that way because it was just one JJ that was presented to her. A more balanced, stable JJ. But I was inside on fire. And I'm still smoldering. And I have to go inside sometimes to heal, I think. But I really am much better, so much better. So then I thanked my one friend for waking me up. And then I said, yeah, I know I'm mixing my metaphors here. She just said she was on fire, and now she says she was asleep. But I think one can be both, maybe. Or maybe burst into flames upon waking when the regrets hit. And Harper says, no regerts! And that she's gonna get that tattoo. She wants it on her hands so that I see it every day. No regerts. So then I told my friends, anyway, I thank God for you both. I said his name, so I'll have to cut that out. To the other friend, I said, you didn't wake me up, but I listen to your songs almost every day. They're on a few of my playlists, and I've got music going almost nonstop. And we really do. We listen to music like a lot because it kind of calms us on the inside while whoever is working on the outside. So we've got music going nonstop. And so I told my friend, thank you. And it's almost like a hug when I hear your voice. And that's true. That is really true. It really is almost like a hug. So I guess that's all that I have to say about that. Really, really check out NF's Fear video. It just dropped yesterday. This is November 14th. And I think I'm going to cut line with this one, even though we've got some other ones on deck. But this is pretty important. Everybody needs to watch that video, and that's how our inner lives are. You might have a couple corners fleshed out that look beautiful, but I can guarantee you've got some corners that look like that you need to heal. And maybe the way to go about it is the psychedelic therapy that the veterans do. The documentary is called Of Waves and War. I think that's the name. It's on Netflix. And they're Navy SEAL veterans. And what's really interesting, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the psychedelic therapy, during the psychedelic therapy, it's not anything like what they expected, like as far as the trauma goes. And I've talked about that before, that it all goes back to childhood. It all goes back to childhood. You gotta heal that. You gotta heal that. Okay, that's all. Have a great day.